Welcome back, or hola as we say around here. I'm really picking up the local language. We're still in charge of Mexico, but maybe not for much longer, as today is our second shot at the Gold Cup, and if we don't win, well, I expect the Mexican FA will be sacking us, and that would be the best outcome. I don't want to, but I have started holidaying through between the games because if I have to keep continuing through nothing, I will just go insane. We've played some friendlies to keep the players familiar with the system, securing wins against El Salvador, Saudi Arabia, Trinidad and Tobago, Canada and Egypt before the Gold Cup draw is made and we get Cuba, Curacao and St Kitts and Nevis, which you have to say is looking quite straightforward. I might even get away with playing the second string in all three group games so the first 11 is fitter for the knockouts. And here is the squad. The biggest call is that I've dropped Raul Jimenez. He's 34 now and he hasn't played much for Wolves recently, so I think it's time to move on. We've got two regens in the side, Peralta, who was solid last episode at the Olympics, and Maximiliano Silva, who looks really good. So as said, the plan is simple. With St Kitts and Nevis up first, we'll go with the second 11 for that, then switch to the first 11 for Curacao, and then the second again for Cuba. That way we won't be too exhausted for the knockouts. Right? It would be quite good if we could just, rest the players, but that's obviously never going to happen. And we make a good start as Sebastian Cordova fires home this absolute rocket 10 minutes in. Shortly after we double the lead with another fine strike from Diego Lainez. Lainez then grabs a second, and then it's a day for great strikes as Christian Calderon pops up from left back for 4. Cordova grabs a second for number 5 before Lainez rounds off his hat-trick and Gutierrez comes off the bench to complete the rout. For Curacao, we make the lineup switch and we make a good start as Cesar Montes wins a penalty, although Herving Lozano sees his efforts saved. He makes up for it later though as Jesus Corona finds him and he finishes well in the near post. And he does it again before half time, this time from Gallardo set up from the left. In the second half, Curacao do pull a goal back as Leandro Noll heads in from this free kick, but our lead is restored to 2 goals as a lovely move sees Roberto Alvarado's side foot finish in the top corner. And we hold on for a dominant 3-1 win. We make the switch back for the game against Cuba and we take the lead within 2 minutes with an absolute banger from Alvarado. And he then makes it 2 5 minutes later with another absolute banger. Pizarro brings up 3 and then Alvarado completes a first half hat-trick from the spot. Cuba go down to 10 men as Elvis Bell has his game ended, and then in the second half Cuba end up with 9 men as Diaz gets dismissed as well. Alvarado makes it 5 from this free kick and then gets injured just as I was about to sub him off. He's got a 10 rating and that's probably his tournament over, so that's genius squad management there. Lainez and Cordova both score later on to make it 7. Why can't it always be this easy? Alvarado's injury is revealed to be a bruised ankle, so he'll be fine, although my physio seems to think this will mean he will have to miss the rest of the tournament, so we might want to check his qualifications. The quarter-final isn't for 5 days, he's literally going to be fine. Canada will be our quarter-final opponents, and obviously they have Alphonso Davis and Jonathan David, so this won't be easy. And as predictions go, I was right. Canada have the early chances and take the lead as the ball finds its way to Jonathan David to head home. We work a free kick nicely ourselves and Herving Lozano equalises before half-time, and then for a long time nothing happened. And then it was extra time. We've successfully failed to beat Canada. Diego Lainez goes on a brilliant run, but he can only fire over, and that's how it ends. 1-1, and we have penalties again in the Gold Cup. Now obviously this is how we went out 2 years ago, so it would be really appreciated if you guys could just not screw this up. Canada's first effort is saved, but then so is ours. Davis and Macias both score. Malagon then comes in with a big save before Alvarez gives us the lead. Canada miss again, and it all comes down to Cesar Montes, a man who has blazed his last 2 penalties wide to send us through. Thank God for that. And our reward for that is Jamaica again, obviously. Haiti also somehow beat Costa Rica as well, and they lost a group match 7-1 to Jamaica, so that's a gimme for the US, isn't it? Have you ever had deja vu? This feels like deja vu, especially as we are apparently the overwhelming favourites. With this in mind, I make a few changes to the team, and it's safe to say Jamaica have upgraded. Reece Oxford and Demarai Gray now in the lineup, and I'm not confident at all. The scout report said that Jamaica make a slow start, so we have to hit them quickly, and we actually do. Corona, who I nearly didn't start, puts a corner in once again for Montes to open proceedings. And then he scores himself as Calderon whips a ball over the defence for him to make it 2. Josh Grant then gives away a penalty which Herving Lozano converts for 3-0, and then good work from Aguirre sets up Corona, whose effort is saved by Andre Blake, but straight to Max Silva, who finally gets his first Mexico goal. 4 highlights in the first half, 4 goals. I like it. Now if we could just see this out, that would be great. Jamaica start the second half with Leon Bailey chipping the defence for Russian Hepburn Murphy to score, although he's offside. They do get a goal back though as Andre Wisdom pulls the ball back for Reece Oxford to fire home, but any chance of a comeback is eliminated when some lovely one-touch passing finds its way through to Rodolfo Pizarro to slot home for 5-1, and that's it. We've made the final. Demons excised, partially at least. Now we need to win it. And in the surprise of the tournament, the USA have beaten Haiti 4-0, so it will obviously be them in the final. Now, when the media are using phrases like Judgment Day, it's not especially confidence-inducing, but we did beat them in the Nations League final last year. My main concern is I will be sacked if we lose though, so there's that. I'm going to stick with the same team that dominated the semi-final, as fitness is actually shockingly good. And the big news is that Christian Pulisic is on the bench for the USA, but they've still got Reina, Weah, McKennie, Dest and so forth. They're good. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people here. This is nerve-wracking. I told the press I wasn't nervous, but that was a lie. We really need to win this thing. We make a great start as the first highlight is Jesus Corona, our best player, getting injured. Lovely, lovely stuff. His replacement Alvarado is involved in the action straight away though, as this move allows him to fire straight at Zach Steffen. And that's half time. KG would be the word. We do create another chance though, as Aguirre puts a great cross in from the right, which Max Silva fires home, but allegedly he's offside. We don't get to see a replay, so I can only assume he wasn't, and the VAR official has been bribed. With 55 minutes gone, I decide to make a change, taking off Sebastian Cordova, who isn't having a great game. And as soon as I do, the US come forward, but Cordova cuts it out well, sets us on a counter-attack, with Lozano eventually setting Cordova himself up to make it 1-0. Quick, cancel the sub, don't tell the fourth official, he's staying on. 72 minutes in, the US come forward once more as Christian Pulisic off the bench runs through our entire team before Edson Alvarez puts in the tackle of the century to stop him. I'm getting more nervous and we could really use a second as Max Silva goes through, but Steffen makes a great save. And then in the 88th minute, Herving Lozano runs through on goal but shoots wide. I make the switch to the defensive tactic and by some miracle, there's no late goal, we hold on and we win 1-0. We've done it. We've won the second trophy of the challenge and I cannot stress how nervous I was when this was happening. But we've done it. We've won it. We can finally leave North America. This was one of the difficult ones because there was only a couple of teams we could realistically win it with. So now for pretty much everything else, the possibilities are a bit wider. The USA manager's been sacked and in fact they actually go and offer me the job. But why would I do that? We shoot all the way up to 8th in the FIFA rankings as well. But with no jobs anywhere else available, there's no point leaving now. The next tournament is the 2026 World Cup, which of course we are hosting, so we might as well stay for that. And after that, a range of options will of course become available. So I'll see you next time.